Okay, we're here at Ellerslie Car Show. I left the Bay Plenty at 5 o'clock this morning to get here a little bit earlier so that I could capture some of this chaos. It's not really chaos, it's organised chaos. So yeah, I just want to see, it's always good to see the cars in motion, sort of a little bit of the setup. So we'll wander in and follow it. What is this? Lancia. Oh, it's lovely. Yeah. So nice. So it's a Lancia Zagato. Gotta say it right. Once again, it's like you just you arrive at something like this. There is so much to see. I've just landed in the Italian section by the look of it, and my heart's pumping. So I'm just going to have to slow down the pace and try and capture everything. I'll try not to miss anything this time. So yeah, they've paid homage to the Miami Vice guys. I can see what's going to happen here. I'm just going to end up racing past things and missing them, so I'll go back to where I came in and we'll have a closer look at those Ferraris. I might have my eras wrong, but this is probably around the Michel Mouton era. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's definitely of the same ilk. And at the other end of the spectrum, as far as being polished goes, look at this. It's pretty cool. Lancia, obviously, but it's kind of got Ferrari vibes. It's probably a, I don't know, I could be wrong again, Pininfarina thing. So there's a bit of a movie theme, obviously, this year. Talking about the movies that different cars have featured in. So I'll stop and have a look at a couple of those on the way through. Not too bad a movie. Sort of tells the story pretty well. So sticking with the Italian theme, we've got the a couple of Alfa Romeos. I really wanted one of these when I was young. I don't know why that's sitting so high in the front. Fiat Abarth rally car. So we've got a few more Alfa Romeos arriving. Absolute favourite of mine, Dino. I think they might have put the Ferrari badges on it later on. So some of these came out with the plexiglass or perspex covers over the headlights, and some didn't. Quite like them with the covers, but I like them without the covers too. So staying with the TV and movie theme, we've got Magnum PI, obviously, and bit of Hawaiian bling, and the number plate, of course, because it wasn't Thomas's car, it was Robin's car. Pretty clever. Here's a familiar looking car. This is Rob's Julia. I did a video on this, which is really good if you want to check it out. He goes into detail. We go for a little drive in it, so yeah, definitely check that out. I'll put a link down below, and all my other videos, if you haven't seen them, check them out. Okay, we'll keep wandering. This looks like more of a JDM kind of setup, so we'll have a look at that. So before there was Audi, there was Auto Union, but hopefully a few more mates will turn up, because you can't be a union by yourself. Need at least two of you, but we've still got a little while before this officially opens. Okay, so we've got a few Mercedeses lined up. The Mercedes fans. Probably this one so far. I just love how dainty these are. The BMW Race Driver Series. Probably seen a couple of these different race meets that I've been to video. We've been having a bit of a scorcher for the last couple of days. I think back at home in the Bay Plenty it's going to be like 29 degrees Celsius again. And there's a little bit of cloud cover here today, but I drove through quite heavy rain on the way, which is not ideal for a classic car show. So yeah, hopefully, especially for the people with convertibles, a few little spits aren't going to develop into anything more than that. Nice little 911s or 930s, are they? I always get confused with Porsche numbers. If it looks like a 911, I'll just call it a 911. Which these are. So Andy, the guy over there with the pink shirt, is polishing the Mercedes wagon. He's got that. He's got all three of these, and he was telling me this blue one, very, very limited edition. I think he said it's the only one in New Zealand. And there's been a bit of collaboration between Mercedes and Porsche over the years, which I didn't know about. And Porsche was still using Mercedes gearboxes. Maybe not overly recently, but I'm not sure. I'm just trying to retain a little bit of what he told me, which I'm not really that great at. But always been a massive fan of these. I'll head down in this direction now because I came down here a couple of years ago in the afternoon, and it's got to be the hottest area. My camera was actually shutting down, it was so hot. So we'll cover this area now before we wander off. It's obviously, as you just saw on the sign, it's the Volkswagen Club. I used to have a Beetle back in the day, a little yellow. There's a, not sure what size engine it was, it might have just been a 1300. Also a big fan of the Carmen. I really wanted one of these. I think because I was so obsessed with Porsches, and I didn't think I'd ever be able to afford a Porsche. You can get them reasonable prices now, some of them. So they were sort of unobtainium to me at the time, and I thought these were pretty cool. I had my eye on these at one point, but they'd be worth astronomical money now. So this has obviously been customized a little bit, but not too much. So obviously I just did a double take, didn't realise what I was looking at. We've got a EV conversion here. Very tastefully done. Okay, so we'll wander down to this zone. Looks like 2 French cars. Still got the cooling fan going. I remember this from last year. Absolutely love the little details on it. Left-hand drive. I think I've used this Caravelle in a thumbnail. Going for a start up. I think they're just going to have a bit of a move around. I think I've seen this before. They're from outer space, these things. Absolutely amazing. 1972. And they were so different, I guess, that they haven't really aged, because, I mean, I guess they've got a period look about them, but not like anything else that was around. I'm not sure who the designer is. It's got a bit of a Pininfarina kind of look. Let me know if you know. And she's off. So, as with all cars, I'm always drawn to a wagon. And look at this, so flippin' cool. I was talking to somebody about these, and I wasn't too sure whether they, I'll see if I can ask someone in a minute, but I wasn't too sure whether they came out as a wagon, but I've got a funny feeling that they might have been retro built into that. That's the that section. We'll head over to these Peugeots. I couldn't figure out whether they're those Citroens are factory like that, or whether they're sort of coach built afterwards. Probably the latter, I think. There you go, these ones, there's one of these in the Transporter from 2002 that absolutely had the snot driven out of it. I think I remember that. For your eyes only, was Roger Moore flying around one of these? Might have been. I have to find out. Amelie, I remember going to see that movie. You don't see many utility versions of these around. Right, that's the end of the French connection, I guess you got to say. We'll move on. These guys have got prime parking, look at that. Lovely. That is really nice, I like that. And then there's this, wow. Well, this is a nice little selection. Alright, that's the end of that little section. We'll carry on. I'm not sure what this, oh, Volkswagen Aldi Sports Club. There you go, with a K. Some more Porsches on the way out. And we'll get one more, the 356 from up here. Because beautiful, wow. And the 911 and the Mercedes wagon, because look how wagon it looks from back here. You can't see that from the front. Very cool. Okay, I didn't really stop here before. I kind of walked through because I was still setting up, but a whiz through the Z Club. Tell me to stop if you see anything I like. I mean you like. Okay, that one. So obviously a Datsun. Somebody said to me that's the American badging. I don't know, I just thought that they were Datsuns before they were Nissans. I guess in America it'd be a Datsun. Very stock, galant, nice. I would say that's probably original actually. Badges, paint. So this is obviously like the other blue one that we just looked at, but it looks like it's probably been restored, whereas that other one looked pretty original to me. Great thing about cars from this era is that they put lots of badges on them, so I know that this is a GSR because it's got a GSR badge. And being a classic JDM, they wouldn't whack that on for no reason. Okay, this is the MR2 Club. I had an MR2. See if there's one here like my old one. Well, probably not quite. It was more that era, but it looked a bit different than that. So this looks pretty fit for purpose. So that's like the one I had, but mine was red. Pretty much identical actually. And powder weight, they could absolutely go. It's like driving a go-kart. So as you can see, I haven't got far. There's still a lot to see, but it's only, I don't know what the time is, 10 o'clock, something like that. Already chewed just about through one battery. Now I'm a bit of a fan of these. Obviously, oh, that was a great TV series, The Saint. Roger Moore. Really good. And anyone that thinks Volvos are just a brick need to remember about these. That's beautiful. I've noticed with some of the more modern Volvos, I guess that have carried on from this shape, that they've retained that long glass tailgate. It's kind of a Volvo look. And obviously this is more of a shooting brake kind of, well, it is a shooting brake. The two doors and the long roof, very cool. They say that the A in Volvo stands for aerodynamic. These have definitely made a bit of a comeback. Man, this is in absolutely amazing order. Wow.
So then I split it that way and added 3/4 of an inch.
So guess the movie. If you haven't seen this movie and you love cars, which I assume you do because you're watching this video, check it out. Steve McQueen crashing this thing up and down the hilly streets of San Francisco, and it's a really long scene too. Pretty cool. Okay, so we've got the Thunderbird Club here. I'll stop when I see the one I like. They're pretty cool cars. I think, well, they're very cool. I think given the era that they're from, this is the one. Given the era they're from, they're very sleek, very sort of streamlined. Some of the US cars were quite bulky, whereas I like the streamlines of these. When I die, I want to go peacefully in my sleep, like my granddad, not all the passengers in his car. This actually looks pretty original too. A little bit of patina, which is quite nice. Sort of shows the life of the car. Kind of been decked out in the trunk, in the boot. Okay, that's the Thunderbirds. Sorry about the music. This is probably the most trekkers that you'll see in one place at once. It's a bit of a New Zealand story. The only kind of production vehicle we ever made, and it was built on a Skoda chassis. 2-wheel drive.
To the classics like
So these are herons. Saw them, I thought they were lotuses. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh, Fiat. Yeah, yeah. Wow. So he would have.
Skoda 110 was the donor car. So it's got Skoda 110 rear suspension and gearbox.
Yeah.
And Skoda front suspension.
Ah. So you guys, that's why you guys have lined up with the trekkers. No.
A lot of people don't realise that it's a Kiwi manufactured car that was produced in numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
Got to 26. The reason it stopped was they started importing RX-7s for $19,000, and these have got to 27. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sort of killed it. But
yeah. Totally different car though. Like comparing that to something with a rotary engine.
It was inspired by Lotus, so we don't say it's a copy.
Yeah. Well, you can definitely see
definitely
the design language, I suppose you could call it. Yeah. Awesome.
But quite innovative in its construction.
Yeah, well, having a fiberglass monocoque, I mean, they're all doing carbon fiber nowadays, but
well, it's up to, that's what they do now.
Yeah, so it would have been pre-carbon fiber, but
I think the tunnel's Kevlar down the middle. So
oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So Ross patented how you attach the hard parts to the fiberglass.
Yeah.
It was quite simple. He impregnated stainless steel mesh.
Right.
So over time, there's no cracking where you bolt in the hard parts. And as the story goes, there's been a book written. Lotus rang them up when they heard about that patent. Asked if they could use it.
Yep. Wow.
So there's lots of little quirks.
Kiwi innovators, eh?
Yes.
Like just punching above our weight all the time, you know.
Road to road.
Yeah. Well, that's not far from me. I'm down near Te Puke. So. And of course, Denny. I'm Pongakawa, so Denny Hume he went to the school out there, just up the road from where I am. They want to do a memorial of some sort in Te Puke for him, which they should. They should get a.
I'm also in the MG Car Club, so.
Oh yeah.
We know Greta quite well.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
All design and sculptures.
Yeah.
That's all fiberglass.
Yeah.
The seats are fiberglass. He made those.
Yeah. That was probably just something that was just readily available in New Zealand.
Yeah, but
at the time.
Went to the trouble of sculpturing the seats for an armrest.
Yeah. Clever. Very clever. So because it's a very short window, so obviously it's just enough space for it to go down in there.
So it was quite a well built.
Yeah. Wouldn't you say it was a Holden Chimera dash? Very cool. It just looks like it's come straight out of a European design. Cool, awesome, thank you. I'll keep wandering. Alright, so obviously we've got a lot of Mustangs here, so I'll just fly around, and if I see anything that really stands out, I'll focus on it. Definitely a big following in New Zealand, Mustangs.
Sticking to the classics like
that one. I think that's a gone in 60 seconds special, from what I can gather. Lovely. I'll carry on from the Mustang area. There's still lots to see, so I can't linger on every car. So, poor old Bonnie and Clyde got lots of bits of red tape stuck on them. Terrible. They've even got a little, really put some effort into this. So we've got the Corvette section. I'll just roll through. And this is the Classic American Club. Not mellow yellow. It's a Javelin. I don't know if I've seen one of these before. Sort of an unusual era. Sort of, you can almost see an emergence from classic 60s into, I assume this is probably 1970s or early 70s, guessing. I'll have a look in a minute. So yeah, 1974. And you can just see that emergence from that classic 60s era to having a few more, just moving into a different era, I think. I mean, looking at the tail lights and stuff. Interesting. So you've got the military stuff here. Oh, good to see you on Michelin's. Nice work. Last couple of Corvettes and then we'll move on. So a few Chargers, quite a few Chargers here. If you haven't seen, have a look through my videos. You'll see a video I've done on a guy in Papamoa who's got, or had, I don't know if he's still got a really nice Charger, as well as a couple of Pacers. Some of these people have been standing here for probably at least an hour looking at those lights. Oh no, they're moving on now. I think they might have been a bit, they've got a slight hypnotic effect. I think I stop and look at this every time it comes up in a show. Cobra Club. Pretty crazy build. Herbie. kind of gone around in a full circle and back in this area again, but it's just the lay of the, that seems to be happening frequently. Old Holdens. Can't see that red one, we'll go have a look. Another little group here. This is the PPG Classic Trials. Pretty cool old Valiant. MG Riley Club. What have you got it on?
I made all my own suspension.
Oh yeah.
The rear is still just your leaf spring
Yep.
with trap rod and panhard, but the front I've made all my own fully adjustable camber and caster.
Oh yeah, yeah. All your top mounts and all that. Adjustable there or adjustable down the bottom?
No, adjustable on the ends.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but your top end on here, so I can do whatever I like with it really.
Yeah.
But once it's set up,
Yeah, you don't need to. No. I don't know why they don't do that with all cars, bring them out so you can have a little bit more control over adjustability.
Oh, it was a lot of work setting it all up, and making it all and whatnot. But,
Yeah, and even just getting all your alignment and everything all working together.
I just do all that myself at home.
Yeah.
I've got two big long pieces of aluminium I run down inside
Oh yeah,
and square it all up, and
Yeah.
then you can measure everything up.
yeah. No, it's cool. Are you going into any more meets?
Yep, next weekend down at Hampton Downs.
Oh yeah. Oh, Landy in original condition. Oh, this is the one that they, I think this might be the one that they drove right across, or right the length of New Zealand. Might be the one that David Seymour had a little go at going up the steps of Parliament in. I could be wrong. Something like that anyway. She's pretty original. Looks like my kind of cruiser. Must be good coffee. People are queuing up. Not quite ready for one yet. Oh, that coffee does smell good. Oh, it gets me every time. So this is the collecting cars little section here. You don't know the iconic New Zealand movie Goodbye Pork Pie. This is I think it's an homage charity run car. I think I saw this down at Ross Brothers a couple of weekends ago. Nice to see it out in the wild. Pretty sure it's the same car. Oh, don't know. Let me know. Oh, it's for sale on Collecting Cars. Maybe it's not. I'm confused.
Answer any of your individual questions because I am programmed only to give out information about myself just now.
There's a speaker in there.
Some criminals and villains get a little hot under the collar when I activate my flamethrower. Michael Knight and I are dedicated in our pursuit of justice.
Another lovely example of a Charger. There's a slightly later one with the square headlights or rectangle headlights. I think. Could be wrong. Probably wrong about a lot of things I'm saying. Sure, I'll be corrected if I am. I think he's going to start it up for me. Is he? Oh, very nice. This is probably one of my favourite in this class. I know somebody who's actually got one of these tucked away, ready for restoration. So these are the Concourse cars where they're heavily scrutinising them, and these people are just chilling under a tree while they're waiting. These are such cool builds. Outlaw. Pedal cars. You can't quite see the colour of this, but it's purple basically. The Morris Minor Club. It's the Vanguard Club, I think. Yeah. And Triumph Roadster 1948. Anglia with a 10 horsepower engine. There's still a lot more to see yet. Hang in there. This is a Humber Super Snipe. They are quite big, but I remember when I was little seeing one of these on the road. They look like absolute monsters. They came out with a, not sure about this one, they came out with like a truck engine or something. But comparatively, not that big anymore. Old Triumph Stags. My mum used to drive me around on one of these at one point. Austin Healey Club.
So this is your dad's car?
So a pack of Rovers. Would that be the collective term for more than one Rover? Be a pack? Okay, Morgan Car Club. Just celebrated 50 years last year. How's the finish on this? Beautiful. Right hand drive, just. More Morgans. Classic Golf livery. Very cool. The Daimlers. Some Triumphs.
I'll have mine out.
The Aston Martin Owners Club. Daimler Dart. These things. Look at that. Squeezing that in there. Little V8. So this is the Daimler Dart Club. TR6 Club. Or TR3. Big Bentley next to an even bigger Rolls Royce. This thing's gargantuan. Good Lord. And get some people in it for scale. There you go, it's up to that man's shoulder. More Rolls Royces. The Vauxhall Club, and this is a wagon, so Ventura it's called. Unusual. Vauxhall Velox. Okay, we'll just run through these minis. I don't like doing sort of flying video like this. It's not very creative, but just sort of trying to document it, I suppose, in a way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're heading into the last kind of area, and there's some pretty cool looking cars here, so well done if you've made it this far. I've got a 3-hour drive home yet, so you know, you got it good. So this is obviously the original Capri shape. Pretty cool. It's the Zephyr Club. Quite a contrast in Zephyrs here. Zodiac. Zephyr. I passed these interceptors on the motorway. Unusual seeing soft tops. I know someone in Te Puke near me who's got the one with the glass tailgate. Very cool cars. And then you got the Healy. The Elvises. Last cars, I think. We've got a place at Cortina Club, Lotus Cortina. Corsair.
And this by far is the most precious and unique Land Rover I've ever been custodian of.
I love the Escorts.
You also went on a very, very long journey too, racing out of Cherry.
So these are driven. I think pretty sure I saw this one going around the track in Taupo a couple of weeks ago.
And I decided to drive it. So can you imagine the motivation behind this young man in order to be involved in this incredible project?
This is pretty cool. This is a RS Cosworth. 2 RS Cosworths. Super cool. I'm starting to lose my voice. Must be getting near the end of the video, I think. Probably noticed the quality of my video going down. Sorry, but it gets a bit harder when you get amongst a lot of people. It's the British Leyland Club. I used to have a, wasn't a GT, but I had a Morris 1100. First car crashed, and I replaced it with a Morris 1300. The guy that I bought the 1300 off bought my crash damaged 1100. So we've got the Land Rover Club. There's a real deal there. He washed this just before he came in this morning, but he had a bit of a rough road on the way here. Okay, I think I've hopefully covered everything this year. I hope you enjoyed that video, and we'll see you in another one soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. Alright, I'm heading home. Time to, oh, that's not my remote, it's a microphone. If I can find my keys. I don't even know where my keys are. Here we go, they're in my pocket. I'll put my windows down. So yeah, thanks for watching. Is that working? Behind me, my window's going down. Ah, look at that, it even works. That's what happens when you buy German quality. Everything works every time, all the time. Yeah, thanks for watching another YouTube video, another Car Stories video. Been a big morning, big drive. It's getting pretty warm, and I've got a 3-hour drive home, which I'm going to enjoy. Take my time, stop off something to eat, and hopefully I'll edit this tomorrow. I've got the day to myself, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you haven't had a chance to get to the Ellerslie Car Show and you love cars, you're missing out. It's really, really good. I always kind of tend to rush it a bit because we end up running out of batteries, and I've got a 6-hour drive up here and back, so I kind of have to cram it in. But if you're local and you haven't been, then you should. Catch you later.